I saw them twice.
Hell yeah.
I saw De La Soul twice. I was, man, I'm going to be honest with you.
You were woke before you were in your mom's sack. Yeah.
It's a revolution.
All right. You ready to roll?
Yeah.
See you on the other side.
I got me.
And welcome to the show, everybody. This is Keith Pazel. It's the Television Championship Series. We're here with Crocious.
Yes.
It's going to be a good time. Got a little, it's like the cast of different, I feel like different world got their aesthetic off this like culture vibe.
This was hipster African-American of like 1990, 91.
Yeah.
This was the look.
Lisa Bonet and Playboy era.
Oh, that was, well,
Well, she got kicked off the Cosby Show for it. It was like a huge deal.
I think Cosby was also uncomfortable with her because she was in the movie Angel Heart, which we've talked about before on this show. It was when Mickey Rourke was at like the height of his fame. I think Alan Parker might have directed that. Came out in 86 or 87, and she plays basically a priestess in Satan worship, like voodoo and Satan worship. Robert De Niro is in that. You should see. Have you ever seen Angel Heart? You ever heard of it?
No, I've heard of it for sure. Yeah.
I think you'd like it because she's in it, and it's very sexual. Like what she does. I mean,
I think she had a run where she was like, no, I have to like. Like when Disney stars show their tits and stuff. Like they're just like, I'm a fucking adult now.
I know. But I remember being like really thinking she was gorgeous when I was there.
Oh yeah.
Like mid-late teens, 16,
nice
17.
Thick dread, that dirty dread.
Oh.
She was the female Mario Van Peebles.
Well, then she like hooked up with Lanny Kravitz, who's such a... I remember being in college and thinking he was good. His first album I liked, and his second one's okay. But he is He is. I don't know.
See,
He's the male Halle Berry to me. He's the male Halle Berry.
Oh, that's a nice comparison.
Yeah,
all the chicks loved him.
But he was also really arrogant. Go ahead.
Well, also, I feel like white people were like, he's not one of them type of thing. He covered Tom Jones, so that's where my era of Kravitz starts. Is the Tom Jones? Wow. Are you going to go my way? I didn't even know that was a cover.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that was.
The video was him just dancing around broads.
Yeah, exactly.
At a concert, just like Tommy J.
Well,
we're gonna just work through it. It's the mixer.
Okay, yeah. That was 93. That's when his popdom really started to take over at that point. Because if you ever listen to the album Let Love Rule, it's actually a pretty good album. And I remember listening to that a lot when I was like 21. God, that is so fucking long ago, and it feels like it is. So anyway. So big week going on. What do we got on this show? Sorry, I don't mean to.
I mean, we're just going to channel surf.
The usual. Okay.
Yeah, it's the same show.
Exactly.
You're the one that wanted a format.
Well, no, exactly.
I know. I'm
dude.
kidding. I'm kidding. I'm joking. You got to let me tease you.
Okay.
But yeah, we're going to go through. I mean, we have matchups: Sporting Ball versus Reality Island.
I don't want to see things like this because I never want to have. I had that one.
This is like by Norton. That's usually like so it's like the Fallen I Can't Get Up, but for like antivirus type of thing.
Exactly. Yeah. I think I told you I got taken, but I got my money back.
You used a specific set of skills.
Yeah, exactly. I was. This would have been like. God, this was almost 4.5 years ago now.
So I'll probably with you here because I'm going to do some stuff tomorrow. We'll focus on Sporting Ball, Reality Island, and TV News versus Rescue Rangers.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, yeah, that's what I was asking. Cool, man. Excellent. We have got that form. But yeah,
some other stuff in there too. We also have for TV history the Wonder Woman movie. The TV pilot in 75 aired this like 2 days from now in 75.
Ooh, man. With young Linda Carter.
Yeah, and it was the movie, the new original Wonder Woman it was called. And then that was like the
new
pilot.
Original?
Well, that was the pilot for the show. It was like, but it was a separate movie, like months before the show aired.
Interesting. God, they would do things like that back then,
Oh
man.
yeah,
It was
until
weird.
the 90s.
Yeah. The made-for-TV movie, as we've talked about many times, was a big deal. That was still big in the 90s, too. When you were a kid, was the made-for-TV movie still a thing?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was at its peak, in fact.
Yeah. God, it was big in the 70s, too, when I was young. God, that and when like a famous movie would get on TV. I remember when Star Wars was actually on network TV. It was a fucking event. And it was like 5 years later, literally.
Oh,
it was
yeah.
it was
they
like
waited
1982,
a while.
you
They
know?
still wait a couple. They're still better. They don't do it immediately.
Yeah, they try to. Well, some delayed gratification is necessary in this world. You have to just not get everything you want immediately, you know? I remember thinking it was a short attention span in 1987, and that would be like whatever. That would be like the biplane if you saw one of those right now. That's how old that is, you know, because it is. Not like that.
Got your caps going here.
Oh, the Capitals.
They're really good. What do you mean?
No, that's always what I call
You got the all-time goal scorer.
Yeah.
Ovechkin.
They still have Ovechkin? Yeah, I didn't. I was a Flyers fan when I was a kid. And
I always forgot about that.
all my teams were 7. This is how, doesn't it just show you how disjointed my childhood was? There's little geography in the teams I cheered for, or it's a weird connection.
Yeah,
you know?
you even told me one time that you were like, because you didn't really have like a region, you were like, I just picked the best teams that were like on TV all the time.
Yeah, like in the late 70s, you know, and I had a little bit of enough of a connection. Like with the Vikings, I was born in Minneapolis. I had a lot of family in Minneapolis and Minnesota, and I used to go back to Minnesota in the summer. So it was like there was a little more of a family thing, but I don't remember living there. I lived there the first 3 years of my life. I have no memories of that. And then with baseball, it was the A's because they were in Kansas City. And my parents still cheered for them, even though we were living in Minnesota, and they were now in Oakland. And then they were great in the early 70s, obviously. And then it was the Bullets for basketball.
Well, yeah, because they were really good.
They were great.
You hit them at the peak.
And then it was the Flyers because I liked the fighting. And the Capitals were a god-awful team. God, they were bad. They were bad until they got Rod Langway.
After 4 games, it's just so big.
For a while too, like when I started watching them, they didn't have the red and blue uniforms. They were doing like
the blue one?
the blue teal.
God, I remember that.
actually like that.
Yeah, I kind of did too.
Well, here's what I didn't know. They always match what the basketball team does. So when the Bullets became the Wizards, they went to their color palette. Like there's a thing that the Wizards and the basketball and hockey team have to have the same colors.
Interesting. What a weird marketing ploy. It's such a 70s. They got to have the same colors, I say. We're going to make it
like they're like, we don't got many traditions here, but let's do that. Maybe it was even accidental. Like they all had the red, white, and blue. And then when the Wizards happened, the Capitals were like, well, let's not be the only red, white, and blue team. Let's match. And I think it was them playing in the same stadium. They don't want to have different color motifs.
You totally took the words out of my mouth.
The seats are fucking teal now. What are we going to have, red, white, and blue jerseys?
Yeah, because they used to play it in the Capitol Center. And yeah, I mean, that makes total sense. I mean, if you look at the old Capitals uniforms from like the late 70s, it's literally like a flag just landed on them. It's just stars, and literally stars and stripes all over the place. And I remember what I liked about the Flyers. They dominated the Capitals. And they would get into hardcore fights, big time, very violent, extreme. The game is so much better now than it was. If there's one game when you go back to the 4 professionals and you watch old games from the 70s.
You dipped into the pre-helmet era a little bit, right?
It was. You were an exception if you had a helmet.
Yeah, it was an option. It was an option.
Yeah, you didn't wear it, you know. And that was kind of like a mark of like second half boomer athletes, you know, because I remember Marty McSorley. Marty McSorley was the last one without a helmet. Like in 1998, I think he still didn't have a helmet.
So Sporting Ball and Reality Island is active.
Yeah.
Let's give the cheers going. So 0-0 right now.
Okay.
Nothing kicking you for a goal. No intensity.
Why?
Nothing.
Well, I thought I just went off on a tangent there about Landover.
Oh yeah,
and
that is a goal.
Yeah, absolutely.
When it gets crocious going off on a topic other than the thing we're watching is absolutely a goal.
We were just watching it.
Yeah. You know what's weird is when I was a kid, I was so in tune to the Blackhawks is I didn't know that I just thought Pat Foley was everybody's hockey announcer. Oh. Like I was like, oh, that's the guy. Like that's everybody's voice.
Absolutely. So you were like Eric Daze maybe or like
I don't remember him. I remember hearing the voice because of trauma. I've blacked a lot of the individual moments out, but I do know that my dad had they called it Hawks Vision. It was like they did a pay network because the home games were never on TV.
I know,
so they had this thing called Hawk Vision where you had to buy a package. And I think my dad had that. And he had VHS tapes of hockey fights and shit. Like he was just involved.
Well, dude, I think I've said this a million times before. And I'll say it again. Yeah, the fact that they weren't on WGN is a travesty. Come on, man. They love their hockey there. You know what I mean? It's the type of city that would like a good hockey team. There's enough.
Well, the away games were on.
Yeah.
It was on the sports channel. It was the two S's, red and blue, stacked together.
Yeah, no, I remember that. Absolutely. But you know what I heard? The reason why is, of course, they're totally mobbed up. It's liquor interests that actually I think own the team, that own the Black, totally mobbed up. And what I had heard is the reason why they didn't want to do local TV is there's a lot of Friday night hockey games. Like that's Friday night in Canada is you watch hockey, professional hockey, at the end of the week. Well, there's a lot of mob guys who would bring their girlfriends to the hockey game. And they'd sit in the crowd. And they didn't want the camera to flash across and potentially see them with their girlfriend. They didn't want their wives finding out that was the reason why they didn't have a television contract.
He always said that.
Come on, that can't be real. But really,
no, he always said that it was because he thought it was unfair to season ticket holders that people got to see the home games for free.
That is like George Halas thinking. You know what I mean? It's like George Halas, the only guy who didn't vote to get it to negotiate with the networks collectively. Pete Rozelle was like, listen, this is the best way to do it. We're going to make a shitload more money if we get bargain collectively and we don't just individually bargain with our local markets. And House is like, no, I want all of Chicago's money. No, I don't want to go. And they were just like, no, you're being voted in. It was 13-1. He was the lone holdout. I mean, listen, isn't that very telling of the Bears and just kind of their mindset in a way?
Yeah, in a way.
Because
it's such a family run. I don't even think it's cheapness. It's just that still that what would my dad do? What would grandpa do type of thing. Well, it was the 20s, so something drastically different.
Wait, what do you mean? We need to go back to that time. Don't you understand? But yeah.
Almost a goal.
Yeah.
Getting you off on the Gilded Age.
Yeah.
Almost a goal.
Wasn't the Gilded Age.
Almost a goal. Well, I know what you were leaning towards, so you want to go back to the 20s. If I would have let you go.
Maybe
it would have gotten down to the tearing down of the East Wing within no time.
Well, we're going to eventually get into it. Although I feel like my palate's been cleansed from that a little bit.
Well, we got a little Mamdani.
Yeah, exactly.
He won last night. Prop 50 passed.
Yeah, Prop 50 passed. Man, I like the fact that he won, obviously because it just absolutely sticks it in Trump's eye. I mean, and also I find it totally fucking poetic in a weird way that he won, man. It's just the whole him being a Muslim and like,
you said it all right and everything.
I mean, and him, well, listen, I don't know. Yeah.
I'm kidding.
But him being a Muslim and him being young, but more the religion thing. And again, I've said this many times on the show, since September 11th, it's been a series of really bad decisions by this country, and big decisions. And it's also, it's a statement to the world. Like it really is making a statement to the world, I mean, it's like the most important city in the world. And it's like, and the world is not happy with Trump being the president. They are, in fact, are very scared by it.
What do you mean? We're hot right now.
I couldn't agree more. It's great. It's such a lie. It's great.
Do you want to start the TV news matchup and go over to there, or do you want to go to reality a little bit? Red Bull gives you way. We can do either or.
Let's
do TV news. Or?
Yeah. I mean, we're gonna. Well, I tell you what. Let's do reality. Want to know why? Because TV news is going to get very dominant.
Yeah.
We're going to talk. So let's go reality and just see what we see.
For sure.
It'll be good.
See a little sexy Reese's voice. I actually could have picked a couple of those boys up at 7-Eleven. Ooh, the angle's on.
What's
Lucky
this,
for
man?
us.
What picked up who?
The Reese's has an Oreo flavored cup now.
That sounds good.
Look at that swish. You did it. Yeah, you can't help it. I know it. Ooh, I love the commercials they have because they're so inept of like actual ads.
And that's
Look at, they got a grass farmer.
This beef is special.
Yeah,
It's all
like just-
grass-fed beef. Are you woke now?
Well, it's just like these are this is the caliber of commercial they have. It really is. This is amazing.
Local. And they're going to pass it off as like, well, it's Americana. We're for the regular person.
Well, exactly.
And it's like,
Of
no,
course.
you can't. Pepsi's gone. Pepsi's gone. Your dick pills and fucking local ads and insurance booklets.
By the way, what is Pepsi still a cola? I don't even know.
Oh, yeah.
It's still made? God.
Yeah.
There is
Wrestling has Pepsi as an ad.
Yeah, okay.
It's mostly sporting events.
Yeah.
And like high profile shit.
When the new Coke formula came out in '86,
it was a big deal.
Like Pepsi was almost going to take over Coke as like the cola. Yeah, that was a big deal.
And then they had to have.
They went back.
Well, because it was Coke 2, right?
Or it was new.
And then new Coke.
New
and
Coke,
then they invented Coke 2 to bring the old one back. Because I remember Coke 2 hard.
Wow.
One of my friends, Greg O'Boy,
Wow, that's his name.
had
Greg O'Boy.
His whole fridge was stocked with Coke 2.
Again, friend names from your kids sound like friend names.
Oh yeah,
you know
that was the first night they fucked. I didn't know until like later on at school, but apparently they like fucked with me while I slept at that sleepover. They like did a feather under my nose, and I was like tweaked. But it wasn't like hand in water piss. But I remember like a couple days later, they were like, "Yeah, we were fucking with you while you were sleeping."
That's such a classic kid thing. Like, were you like 12?
Younger,
13,
second grade, like 8, 9.
Okay, yeah. Because I remember doing that, having that done to me when I was like 9, and my brother and my cousin were 14. They just wanted to fuck with me.
Oh yeah, just to see what you'd look like.
Yeah,
thank God there were no phones back then.
Oh,
Oh, this guy at Spacey, seen and unseen. We're catching the end.
Not everyone.
Not everybody. Actress Deborah Messing was very outspoken about her mayoral vote, Laura, but she didn't vote for Mamdani.
I voted
Dude.
for Cuomo because he has decades of experience. You know, it does not feel safe in New York right now. I understand the passions.
Doesn't feel
She's
safe.
such a fucking Zionist, dude. Like she's in the pocket of Israel so hard. And anytime someone's like, "It's not safe," just say you're racist and you're uneasy that a Muslim is mayor and you think Muslims are going to take over New York now.
See, that's why it's so good. The symbolic, because you're going to realize, oh, he's actually rational, not a fucking, running around blowing up fucking buildings, you moron. You can totally tell the guy is super bright. There's no
Did you
doubt
see the
about
New
it.
York Post cover?
But didn't they compare him to like Mao or something?
Dude, it's him holding the red sickle and hammer, and it says it's all these certain puns. Here, let me try and find it on YouTube.
That is amazing. That gets a point. That totally. The
Let's
New York
show it
Post. The New York
first
Post
here.
is hilarious. I'm sure they're already starting it up. They're already just starting up the campaign, just going after him. At the same time, oh boy, that's going to be a high pressured position, man. That's going to really be a difficult position, you know. The budget's $117 billion.
Here, let me just do this real quick because I got to show it on a cast here. I'm going to cast the screen because you do got to see this. It's like a Mad TV cover. It's
I'm
like a
sure.
Mad Magazine cover.
I'm sure.
I
I'm
mean,
sure
I don't
it
know
is.
who owns the Post. I know it's Murdoch, and it's always been a right, but they're getting comical with it now.
Yeah.
It's like they always tried to sneak that they were the conservative paper, but it's
yeah.
like, no, it's unequivocally, this is what the fuck we're doing now.
It's clown.
Look at that.
Okay, that's amazing. That's so amazing. Oh my God, it's so bad. It's so tasteless and
So we saw the flash, and I'll post it up on the clip for people who can't see. So it says on your marks,
get set.
get
Mao.
set,
Mao.
Zoe, Socialist Mamdani wins race for mayor. The red apple, and the R is backwards.
Like it's Cyrillic.
Yeah.
It's the Russian alphabet. That's hilarious.
It's awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing.
They're shitting themselves.
Oh, of course. But it's also, it's like, wow.
They're trying to lean on this experience thing. But my wife doesn't feel safe in Manhattan.
Oh God, you don't feel safe.
It's not
1978. Yeah, exactly. It's
also,
not.
I'm so sick of these people romanticizing that era of New York, and then it gets a little like that.
Oh, I know.
And they're freaking out.
Oh, I know.
It
I know.
just deballs you as someone who was like, "What us New Yorkers?"
Oh, dude. You know, I've said this a million times.
Only if there's white people committing crime, then it's fine.
Well, I've said this a million times, and it's just the whole tough facade of a New Yorker is just it hides an incredibly sensitive human being. An incredibly sensitive human being. I think that thing's a total facade. I found the average person in Chicago to be much tougher than the average New Yorker, and I genuinely mean that. You know, and not because I'm in some competition. No, they are so fucking. They take themselves so seriously. You know, they think like it's Manhattan, and don't you understand? It's the center of the universe. It's so important. I
mean, financially, I think so.
Oh, it is.
Got a little bit of an entertainment hub too.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, it's a media. It's bigger media than LA. Overall media. Like, you know,
commercials are booked out of New York. Like I know friends that have commercial stuff out here, but I feel like the bulk of like quote unquote commercial work is like out of New York.
Interesting. You know,
like small time television acting and like small stuff. Like you can live in New York and have a career
and do that.
It's not going to be consistent.
Yeah, and it's an expensive city.
I got a Jersey Mike's campaign, yo.
Yeah, there you
go. Look at these fucking guys.
Liberty is God's idea, not man's idea.
Oh, it's Charlie Kirk? Well, I think they're doing a documentary. They have like a Charlie.
Sorry.
Look at those pants, dude. Those leather fucking gimmicks she wore.
You have to admit it.
Why wear the shirt he got killed in? Well, that's fucking crazy.
She's in mourning. You can tell by her attire, right? Isn't she wearing
like
she looks
like
black
fucking
veil?
Miss Kitka and fucking Batman and shit.
That's hilarious.
Miss Kitka.
Just give her a standing ovation. Just give her a standing ovation. She's in this whole weird like mega church reality that they're sort of tapping into. The look of it, you know, it's totally mega church, you know.
God, with their fucking red hats.
Oh, I know. I'm hoping. Well, actually, I'm not hoping for this because in order to make that illegal, there has to be a good, solid genocide. Like you can't have a swastika
all across the country
in Germany.
What started off as a small group of
this is like a fucking I will remember you. This is their fucking adopt a dog type of shit.
And the
Look
man
at this.
behind it, Charlie Kirk.
Look at the way they're.
With your donations, you can adopt a Charlie Kirk every day for the rest of your life.
This is exactly. This is straight from the Nazi playbook. Whenever a Nazi would get killed,
even throwing his arm up. What if the end is him dragging his corpse out into the truck?
You said you saw the shot. It was just like he basically drooped. Like it was almost instantaneous.
I'll show you a still at the break.
Yeah,
it won't be the video.
Yeah,
you know what's funny? So here's how it happened. He's sitting there. He gets shot. He goes this way, and like that. And he like tenses up his arms, and then like a hose of blood out his neck. So people have frozen it, and they're like, "Boy went down doing the Trump dance." But that's essentially what it is. Yeah. The bullet enters his neck. He tenses up his arms, and his arms go up like this.
Yeah.
And he just then he just goes limp.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's no, like when they first announced the news, he was shot.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Like we were almost just like, okay, like it was like, all right.
He got shot in the shoulder.
And then we saw it.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was Larry or one of my other buddies. He goes, I don't know why I didn't know it was going to be like this. He goes, but I just saw it. He's not alive.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like everyone who watched it was like, he's not alive.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Like a hose of blood came from his neck.
Oh, yeah.
You have minutes to save someone after that.
Yeah.
So we were at that point, everyone was just waiting for the news.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Man, good friend.
Oh, this is starting. This is on. This is the Kirk doc.
Humor.
She was older than him. He had scored himself a little Coug. Little John Cougar Mellencamp. You know what I'm saying?
He was a bridge in our country. meaning he had the gift of communication.
She can't want to do this, is my whole thing, too. I almost feel bad for her in a way.
Well, I think that she knows it's an opportunity to cash in. You got to make more money. It's an opportunity. Strike when the iron's hot. Plus, she's been asked to. Sure, she's been asked to by Stephen Miller and stuff.
Almost a gun to your head type of thing of like this movement cannot die.
Yeah, and it's also it's like we're going to create a mythology. There's a mythology behind this. You know, like they used to honor the beer hall pooch with the Nazis. You know,
in a different direction.
Well,
in New Jersey, Democratic gubernatorial candidate Mikey
I'm glad she won. She is boring.
Oh, dude!
Like her speech.
I'm glad she named Mikey. That really is like that's where the most interesting thing about you is your name is Mikey. It stops there.
Yeah.
We know that this nation.
It's all platitudes. That being said, it's good that she won, and it's good. That, I mean, well, you know.
Oh, they dominated. The tiers are. That's why it's almost interesting that they're throwing the 5 o'clock doc. Maybe fucking who? Like I forget. It's Brett Barrett 4. Who's on at 5?
I don't even know.
It might be. Oh, it's fucking.
What's Waters?
It's Waters.
Yeah,
I think Waters is inserting the special. They're all. I can't go on.
Yeah.
Because I don't think there's any way for them to spin this yet.
Yeah. Well, they're going to do what they're going to do what the New York Post did. That's what they're going to do with at least with the mayoral thing.
By the way, did you say TV News had any goals? What did we establish?
It had to have. It had to have.
His Ugandan heritage and his Muslim faith and just about everything.
Look at the tightness in Cuomo's face. The gap between mouth, like you said. The lip to nose gap tells you what you're all about.
Exactly.
Mamdani's is natural.
Immigrants, a city built by immigrants.
Yeah.
Powered by immigrants.
That makes their fucking skin crawl.
Absolutely.
But
that's why it's important. Too. It's important that he's mayor for that reason.
It's important because they can't come out and say it. They have to. That's why I'm saying they're waiting a day. They have to calibrate. Like, how can we be openly racist now without doing it?
Yeah, well,
because we obviously can't be openly racist.
They're going to do the same thing that the Post did in terms of the sickle and the hammer and sickle and stuff, and they're going to say he's just this lunatic with his policies, you know. And it's, I mean, I have an opinion on this, but you know, we'll just hold off for a little bit.
No, go for it.
It's just The Economist affects my point of view a lot, and so I read their take of this, and they were, trust me, they're happy about it too. And everyone.
I was going to say because sometimes they lean. They're not woke. Like the Economist is kind of right leaning.
Well, it's very economics oriented,
fiscally conservative.
You know, but it's just fiscally smart. It's not really even that they're like, you should have national health care. It is stupid.
But what did they think what do they think about rent freezes and him going after property owners and stuff?
Well, yeah, the rent freeze, the rent control is a bad idea. It just is a bad idea. It's not going to be a good idea. But I like the fact that he's doing it to rattle the cage, to scare them.
I don't think he's doing it to rattle the cage. He really wants New York to be more affordable.
Yeah, the problem with that, though, is that through the course of time, your housing stock's going to fall apart because you can't raise rent. You can't do repairs. So then it just gets more dilapidated and messed up.
I don't know what it is on the top end, but Sean White has, because he owns his building, he said that notion is bullshit. He goes, I have never had to raise rent on them ever to make repairs. He goes, the idea that property owners tell you that, he goes, that is a fucking lie. And I'm telling you that as a property owner.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you as a person who
maybe when you have a big fucking building.
Yes, a massive building.
He goes, I've given them a new water heater. I've put in a new air conditioner.
Yeah.
He goes, I've fixed a lot of things on that back unit. He goes, I haven't raised their rent a dime and I have not lost any money.
That's great. You know, but having worked in the industry for 26 years and actually have worked on a lot of different stuff, it's just, it's problematic. Rent control is problematic. Now, his free childcare and his free buses, and I love that idea. That's a great idea.
Here's also
absolutely necessary.
What Sean White says, though, and this is what helps him. He doesn't think that owning property should be a job. And that's when I believe that. When that became like, you should all, like he says, he was like, he goes, it should be extra income. He was like, that's what I consider it.
Yeah.
It's extra income. It's a way for me to supplement income.
Yeah, that's what I do.
He was like, I absolutely dip into my own pocket.
Yeah.
So my tenants aren't fucked up. He was like, that's what has to change.
Yeah.
property owning can't be a job.
Oh yeah, and you shouldn't gouge people.
Yeah.
I mean, I live in a rent stabilized building, which I completely like.
We do too, yeah.
Because it never goes up by more than 4%. And in fact, they actually lowered my rent, as I said before, during the pandemic. So that tells me tenants also have some rights. They have a voice, which of course I agree with. You have to have that.
Oh yeah.
Not just it is. Did you see where Greg Abbott said if any New Yorker comes to Texas, he's going
to terrify them?
I mean, do you know how arrogant that statement is too? Like they're all going to come here because they don't want to be. They literally think it's like the Soviet Union or something.
Yeah, that's the one thing.
It's
they
just
were
incredible.
Like, everyone's going to leave New York, and it was in the kitchen. I go, no, they're not.
No, they're not. They're not going to leave New York. That is such a. Do you know who's going to leave their states? Poor people to say, I got to go somewhere else where I can get some fucking benefits. That's what's going to happen.
Mamdani had said, he goes, I talked to someone who said after she works a fucking 11-hour shift in a hospital in New York, she has to drive to Pennsylvania because it's the farthest, it's the closest she can afford something.
God. It's terrible.
Like he was like, it's untenable.
Yeah, they have a 1 million unit shortage. When I worked at JP Morgan Chase, I had to do some work. JP Morgan Chase bought the Bank of New York portfolio, their affordable housing portfolio. So I had to go out there and inspect a bunch of properties. And I did some research. They have a 1 million unit shortage in New York City. They need 1 million more apartments to actually make it like reasonable. And it's just, I honestly, I don't know how you do that. I don't know how you do it. I think you got to rip a lot of buildings down and just build replacement housing and just say, we're going to build 30,000 units here. Ed Koch, I know, built a bunch of new housing stock in New York. I mean, so that thing, I have some difficulties with him. I think the national message for the Democrats, this is my initial response, is it's got to be following the economic message of just, you can't die on the woke hill. You can't fucking die on the pronoun hill. You fucking can't do it.
Does.
You know,
he's going to die on the Israel's doing genocide hill, though.
Oh, yeah. He's probably got a good chance of getting killed. So, but I think that, it's got to be economic issues. It's just got to be bread and butter economic issues. Things are way affordable. These multi-billionaires have got to pay more in tax.
Well, that's what he said.
It's just got to be that.
And most of the rich people, even one of the right-wing Schultz, the right-wing podcast bro comic, he was like, if you actually do what you're going to say, I don't mind paying higher taxes. Well, most people in New York, that's their issue. They don't think the money's going to what the dude says. And Mamdani even said, he goes, I know most of the things I want to do, I can't just unilaterally do. Yeah. But Hochul already endorsed him. So it seems like most of the people in Albany, quote unquote, that he has to have all endorsed him.
Yeah. Because he worked up there for 4 years too.
As far as the free grocery stores, that's probably a go. Mm. And all of that shit is going to get funded by, like, I think it's the top 1% of the city.
Oh, man.
And Fox News is trying to say, like, all you need is 1/3 of that 1% to move out, and you can't do, like, there's not enough people for you to tax to fund what you want to do.
You know something? People are going to stay in New York. Want to know why? Because it's fucking New York.
New York.
That's the reason why they're going to stay in New York. So I cannot stand that right-wing argument. People are going to pursue wealth. They're going to pursue wealth. You know, it's like they still do it in Paris. Paris has the 4th largest GDP of any city on the planet. Their upper corporate tax rate is like 70%, or their upper income. They get taxed incredibly high. Why are they there? Because it's fucking Paris. That's the reason why. And it's an amazing place to, you know. So I find that argument to be a load of shit. I cannot stand, people aren't going to work. You know, it's just, they have said that for 44 years. The fact that needs to be attacked, like, directly. That whole idea that just, like, when you raise taxes on them, they're not going to, expand their businesses. You got to deregulate them even more. No, they're still going to, something. Elon Musk is still going to pursue wealth. Why? Because he's a fucking sociopath. That's what he does. And he needs to be taxed highly. He cannot have the influence that he has. That is a real fucking problem, So, and to me, it's like that's what I like about it. I do
also, what people are hoping is that when he does tax people and the trickle, and you see it start to work, not even just be successful, but work.
Just work. Yeah.
Like, because they always say where New York and California go, the rest of the country goes.
Yeah.
So I think people will just kind of, this will show them that, like, taxing the rich is not bad.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's still this notion. The reason people don't want to do that is because there's still dumb fucks who think that they're going to be one of those billionaires.
Oh, God.
So, if I become that rich, I don't want to get you're not. So cool. So cool. You never will, because those guys have it all. What money are you going to make?
The 1950s, man, if you made over $15 million, you got taxed 91%. 91%. You know, if they kept the same tax rates in from like Carter was president, like we wouldn't have $38 trillion in debt.
Yeah.
You know, we'd have a couple $1 trillion, but not 38 trillion. It's like they need to pay more in tax. That needs to happen. And I can tell you this much: The Economist very much agrees with that too. You enforce a discipline upon people when you tax them. You make them do certain things, and they don't want that. They're really playing the AI game. If they want their data centers to have like no environmental regulations, which is part of the reason why they're trying to do this across Europe.
They want to use
too.
the water for everything.
It's just like, come the fuck on and tap the brakes on this AI pipe dream that you have. Ooh, I want to see that. Oh, right there. They'll have a good reaction.
Three things. All you people on federal support, he took away your SNAP. All you people who are federal employees, he laid you off. All you Hispanics who voted for him, he is going after the landscaper who is a dutiful servant, who's never.
I think this might be a Dem they have on.
She left them home.
Yeah.
And they didn't, and I
Radical uprising within the day. Yeah, so they're going to try to portray it as that.
Celebration is over. They will cut a deal on the shutdown because that's what the shutdown was for. It had no principle. It was nothing other than to help this little off year election, and they better get
that is a load of shit. He's trying to spin it that the Democrats are responsible for the shutdown to give them an issue to run on. That is a load of shit. The fact is, this healthcare subsidy needs to fucking still be there. It can't go away. It's going to triple some people's health insurance costs.
Here, let me go to the library.
They're going to literally have $1,000 less a month. Do you think that's going to help? Oh my God, dude.
No.
People don't realize this SNAP thing is a precursor, what we're peering into. In the next year, it's going to be like a tsunami of economic problems. And they know it too, which is part of the reason why they're trying to get the military on their side, because they know there's going to be some uprisings. There just are. You know, so, and you know something, Keith? Maybe it has to happen, actually. Maybe it has to occur.
I'm going to see if they cover.
Oh, my God.
We'll go to the Mamdani, but something, we'll do this. This will be good. A good take. The Fives take on Mamdani.
You know, he'll say some bad.
Also, since Gutfeld is in play, we have the Gutfeld goal of all his jokes. Which of his punchlines are going to be a goal for every punchline that is just they're fat?
Oh, okay. I like that. I like that as a standard. Yeah, it'll be a weight joke.
But President Trump says, not on my watch. Zoran Mamdani, elected mayor of New York City.
Well, he's taking. He's not going to give him federal funds.
Inexperienced Democratic socialist in charge of America's largest city. What could go wrong? And the comrade wasted no time.
The comrade.
This is. I mean, this. They know what they're.
President Trump, when I say this, to get to any of us, you will have to get through all of us. We can respond to oligarchy and authoritarianism with the strength it fears, not the appeasement it craves. After all, if anyone can show a nation betrayed by Donald Trump how to defeat him, it is the city that gave rise to him. So Donald Trump, since I know you're watching, I have 4 words for you. Turn the volume up.
I was hoping he did some sort of WWE suck it type of thing and did the cross chop.
We skipped socialist and we put in a communist instead. It's a decision facing all Americans.
He said he was better looking than him in the Nora O'Donnell interview.
That's what Trump said.
Yeah, because Nora O'Donnell said, he goes, in a way, he's kind of the opposite of you. He's very charismatic. He's got a, he's cult of personality type of thing. And he was just like, well, I don't know. I certainly think I'm better looking, right?
That's incredible. That's incredible.
Because she says, she was like, he's good looking, he's charismatic. I certainly think I'm better looking, right? And he goes, right, to try and get the
right, like to give him like the
no, you fucking old wart.
The socialist champagne.
I will say, and so here's another thing I got to say about this. Yes, I'm happy about this. It's necessary. It's good. I can breathe a little bit of a sigh of relief. You know, I think of it a year ago, man. It was pretty depressing.
Oh yeah,
it's making me realize too, Kamala and her shortcomings and what I couldn't really see. But anyway, but that's in the past. what's going to happen is in January, the Supreme Court's going to gut Section 2 of the Voting Rights Act, and it's going to allow Republicans in the South to redraw all of these congressional districts and going to potentially give them 19 more House seats. 19. So it's there. I hope that doesn't happen, but they have been waiting to do this, Keith, for like 30 years. What they're getting ready to do, it is a right wing. They are salivating over this. And so they're going to take away the enforcement mechanism to make sure that, there isn't, the gerrymandering is just, it's just out of control.
Well, that's why
obviously.
even though we had to do it, I think Prop 50 was a slippery slope.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, it is.
It's just like
it is.
We are stooping to their level and we're normalizing. Okay, now this state's going to do it, and then that state's going to do it, and then Texas will do it again, and then
But the fact is that there comes a point when we outnumber them. We just outnumber them. There's more of us than them, and so there has to come a point when the more people just throw the weight around a little bit. So from that point of view, just to know that we're going to try to stand up against you. So I guess my statement. Okay, we're all excited right now. It's going to be a real cold splash in your face in January when they gut Section 2 of the Voting Rights Act. And that basically gets rid of probably one of the most important pieces of legislation that's ever been passed in the country's history. And the Voting Rights Act will be gutted. I mean, as much as the 64 Civil Rights Act was important, the 65 Voting Rights Act is a huge deal. And they have weakened that dramatically. So, and you know what they could do? They could say, oh, we'll wait till June to make the announcement. They're going to do it in January to give them enough time to redistrict it.
Here's where I'm willing to risk that. I'm done with this, like, you have to be sensible, level-headed bullshit.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I'm not meeting anyone in the middle. No more centrists.
Yeah.
They suck.
Yeah.
They're basically Republicans. Like, it's it. Let's try this.
Yeah.
And full stop. If it sucks, it sucks. It's not like it's great right now.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, why not?
Even when Obama was it's not like normal Democrats have killed it since Bill Clinton.
Yeah, yeah. Sweet. I want to see what they say.
And you have a political realignment where when I was first growing up.
Do you know what was good news about, like, in Virginia?
By the way, that's the goal, is the sweeping Mamdani all of the elections. That's a goal for TV news so far.
Absolutely. Well, the whole New York Post thing is fucking great.
That's great.
It's hilarious,
Okay, and off your elections.
So, and I hear her point too, but in Virginia, like real conservative, ruby red parts of Virginia, it is mind blowing to me that it's a Democratic state. Because I said before, when I was growing up, it was arch conservative, PTL Club, 700 Club, Pat Robertson, very religious right, and a very much kind of a Confederate way. Like, they thought of themselves as being like the best thing the Confederacy had, the state of Virginia. That's why I went to Stonewall Jackson Middle School. So the fact that it's
probably
become,
hasn't renamed yet.
They renamed after George Floyd. I went to school there in 1981. They kept that name until 2020. Like, fuck Obama went all the way through that. So. So the point is even those ruby red counties, like, they had an uptick of voting for the Democrat governor, like 6 to 8%, like rural areas. And I really think if you can get some rural areas to actually finally wake up, which it's going to happen when this big, beautiful bill gets truly implemented. I mean, all these rural health clinics are all shutting down. Those are the largest employers in most of these counties. When you shut down that rural healthcare clinic, it's devastating on that county. All the ancillary businesses all go away too. And that's starting to happen. So I truly believe this, and people are going to be like, "What are you talking about?" You got to get some sort of rural, like you got to get them to see things a little bit, because they fucking have they have the Electoral College. They just have it, and the way the current system is set up, they just have it. They have enough, and they know that they have it, which is the distorted level of power that property has over people, which is so fucking annoying to me. But anyway, so that's sort of what I think,
And the apartment's getting really expensive because all of these migrants are here now. And it's also expensive because of the Green New Deal.
That is another thing.
Migrant. It's so aggressive sounding.
God, it's also
immigrant is like Robin Williams in that fucking River movie.
Moscow on the Hudson.
Moscow on the Hudson.
Yeah, exactly.
That's immigrant. That's what they think is an immigrant. He's silly. He's goofy.
Well, I heard J.D. Vance say, you should have the right to be upset and get rid of. If 20 people move in next to you, I love that whole thing too. Like 20 people are moving in next to you. It's like, tap the breaks, it is so fucking short-sighted. Why do you think the most dynamic cities in this country are so multi-ethnic? I mean, that contributes to it. It is good for the economy. They're here because they have the jobs to get. They're going to do the jobs we don't want to do. And it should be encouraged. They need to come here. It is so short-sighted, and it's just not going to work in the long run. They're really dumbing the country down, man. Really dumbing it down.
And it's not even through politics. It's just like, it's real like short form content. The attacking the attention span has been like a very success.
Oh, absolutely. I couldn't agree more.
Because it just has made people bored for any sort of like knowledge that you have to sit and like
and contemplate because it's people. It's you know what I heard? Who was the guy? Scott Galloway. I heard him recently. He was on MSNBC, and he was talking about this whole crisis of men, and which I think there's some truth to,
Yeah, but it's them. It's the men that are causing their own crisis. Yeah. They're unfuckable, boring fucks.
Yeah, and he's like,
nothing in society is making you that. That's you.
Well, no, exactly. And he was talking about there needs to be a model, and mentorship is important, and I actually think there's some truth in that. For me, it helped with career. There's no doubt about it.
Who was your mentor?
I had two older men I worked with at the city when I very first started.
Teach you how to grab a little ass?
No. When I first started working at the city, they had about 60 years of combined experience. They had seen everything. Had I tried to do that job just on my own with just a basic supervisor, I lucked out getting them as supervisors because it took me about 2 years before I could swim. It took me a long time to get used to that job because it was very intense. A lot is going on, So they were like, you do good work, you got good judgment. Here's what you got to work on. They were fair but firm. I actually kind of like it when someone gets after me a little bit, but as long as it's kind of fair-minded. Like, hey, you got to do this.
Stuff you actually did wrong.
Yeah, and
not just like some people are hard on you because they're like, I'm hardening you for the future. Just like, well, don't fucking yell at me for something I haven't done yet.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and also giving a solution. Okay, if I made a mistake, well, then what do I do? What do I have to do to correct it? And it's like, oh, and if they saw they only had to tell me one time, it was like, okay, that's good. It's like.
So here's where corporate culture sucks. Kevin Hogan got fired from his job at Comedy Central because he worked there for a week and no one had really told him like exactly what to do. Like and then he finally he told his coworker, like, what do you want me to do? Like, I really don't know what essentially, like, I don't know what my job is here.
Yeah.
And his boss called him into the office and was like, I heard you don't know what you're doing.
Oh,
so we're just going to let you go.
Oh, well,
and apparently they told him, like, we were just expecting you to catch on. Like, he was like, I mean, I've heard you talking about stuff, and he was like, yeah, we just assumed you would do that.
Well,
he was like, no, you have to give me
like direction,
an assignment. And I think there are some corporate jobs where it's like, no, that's not how we work. Like, just like, you have to initiate yourself. Like, you know what we do. Like, you were in the meeting, do it.
Man, it's funny you mentioned that. When I worked at a place called IFF in Chicago, and it was a very high functioning organization, pretty successful, had made a lot of money, did a lot of lending for federally qualified health centers, child care centers, affordable housing. I was tasked with creating that program, had a pretty large staff. And they were so arrogant. They had they were like, we have the Harvard management, policy here. And basically what it was as a nonprofit, you were just basically, it was sink or swim. And I was not really given any direction. And they had hired a bunch of people at one time. So everyone was like, what the fuck is going on here? While then putting extreme amounts of pressure on you to like, okay, you have to, we can't train you because we hired you on because you're knowledgeable in your field and you need to just create the program. Well, what does that exactly mean? So it took me, I figured that out and ended up being a very successful thing, but they very much had that you were not really trained. It was sort of like, okay, here's some loose assignment. Just go create this. Well, what the fuck does that exactly mean?
Yeah.
And
I think if you don't know that, it's just like, well, are you like, I think there's,
I got threatened with my job.
In some levels, there's of like, well, this isn't like, you're not a button pusher. You're not doing data entry. Like I feel like there are some spaces where it's like, no, that's fucking grunt work.
Like
when you need an assignment and then here is the assignment completed. I feel like there are some people who are like, that's not what we do here.
Yeah. God,
you make your own work.
Let's see what he says.
Democrats sweep blue states
How is that a surprise? They're blue states.
Virginia literally has a Republican governor.
I'm talking about overall. Virginia is largely blue. New Jersey,
Listen how mad he is. He sounds like he's drunk. He definitely didn't shave today.
They could have showed up, but I'm not surprised by it. What I am
he made some
interested in
dig
is
there.
that 93% of the vote in New York went Democrat. 93%. That is a one-party monopoly. It's a choice, therefore,
Or
between
maybe
the
people
left.
didn't want to vote for fucking 18 Cat Curtis Sliwa. Like maybe the things
that
you put
dude-
up is dog shit.
That dude is he's literally a throwback to, again, like just this different era of New York that's fucking gone. It's just gone, you know? That city can renew itself.
Albatross. 7 million people didn't vote in New York. Why? They don't pay attention. They don't care. Young liberal
Again,
voters
I love it when they do that because one of their strategies for the whole movement is voter suppression, and they actually want fewer people to vote. That's part of the reason why they're so disgusting. Because when fewer people vote, they have a better chance of winning. So, but yet when it suits their purposes, 7 million didn't vote. They're all so. When it suits their purposes, they'll just argue the same, like the same point.
Yeah.
It's incredible. Again, every accusation is an admission.
okay for a while.
That's what it
The
is.
problems are going to start when one police incident occurs. Just one. And it's going to happen. And the progressive mayor will side with the lawless over the cops.
See, this is where this is another where their shit's gonna get shot down. Like he is not going to do that. He is not. If somebody he will
investigate
not say he's not gonna hang cops on television. Like this is a myth. So when that doesn't happen, we'll see what ultimately.
Well, they don't. Again, they'll just forget they said it. He already has forgotten it.
The rent-free shit. Well, that's what I'm saying. That's why he's going to put his money where his mouth is, and he's not full of bullshit. Is they'll just focus on the taxing the rich thing because he's actually going to try and do it.
Yeah.
Even his voters have said, like, we're not voting for him because we think he's going to achieve all of this.
Yeah.
We just know he'll actually try it.
Yeah.
He's the first person that we know isn't bullshitting us.
Well, it's so interesting. Such a good point, man.
And I hope the Economist didn't go that way of just like, well,
what?
He's not going to actually do any of this stuff.
Well, no.
That's some conservative bullshit.
No. They were just saying he's got to, when they say the word, it's ambitious, it's going to be a difficult, long slog to get a lot of that stuff done. But to me, if he can tax the rich, first off, childcare automatically should be free across the entire fucking country. You claim you're pro-family, yet something like that happens. Ooh, it's wafts of socialism. Oh, you shouldn't do that. If you actually did that, do you realize how many future problems you would avoid? Maybe less addiction in the world. I don't know, maybe fewer criminals in the world. God forbid if you'd want that. God forbid do something preventative and that government would have a role in that. God forbid. It's so reactive. Their whole notion of government, you talk to Americans who go over to Europe, they've lived there for a while, they can't believe, they're like, the government is actually responsive to like what we need. Like, oh, we'll get this and they'll stop that. And like here, it's like the government is basically, it's a boot on your fucking face, especially for people of color. I mean, their perception of governments is different, you know? Because here it's, but I like that because I'm afraid. They love pushing the white female angle too of like them being afraid. Ooh, they're afraid because they know white women have voted for Trump 3 elections in a row, and it is for that fucking reason. It's the race thing. It's fucking still the race thing.
Fucking A.
That's right.
We're
bro.
at 52 minutes. Do you want to jump on a break and then go? And when we come back, we'll do Rescue Rangers and Reality Island, and then TV history.
Rescue Rangers,
bitch out.
I like it. Okay, that's a good tight one. Yeah.
Let me wait till I find MTV.
Sure, absolutely,
bro. I don't want to leave any
on an Alka-Seltzer commercial. Exactly. So
it's going to be a good second half. I will find it fast because they eliminated their fucking graphics. Okay. This guide is so smooth now.
That's great, by the way. That's totally a good thing.
They realized. We'll get into their war with ESPN. I can't watch shit for sports. I got to illegally stream everything now.
Did you go to Escondida to watch the game?
No, I went to the mic. I just don't bring my book bag anymore. Also, I don't think it's a rule. I just think it's that one fucking guard.
Yeah.
If you bring it and then tell him, like, if I go into the bar and ask if I can take it in, then he'll let you.
Yeah.
It's just his dumb rule because he hates homeless people.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see you on the other side, boys.
Yep.
Disruptions in the classroom? Hello, bud. You can just go home. I'll finish this myself.
You want to throw down, bro?
You wanted to see me.
Yeah, 5 minutes ago I snuck up on Randy and totally 6-7'd her from behind. Wow!
South Park. New episode November 12th on Comedy Central. Stream next day and catch up anytime on Paramount Plus.
Calm. Download the free app now.
Aquasana gave us more than just clean, healthy water. It gave us more space in the fridge, more room in the recycling bin, less carbon footprint, and ultimate peace of mind. Now up to 50% off at aquasana.com.
This is Edgar.
Hi, I'm Edgar.
He lives on an island, likes walking his dog, and is remodeling his home, but needed some cash.
I got a home equity line of credit with Vigor. With interest rates rising, I wanted to preserve my low mortgage rate. Instead of doing a cash out refinance with a HELOC product, I'm saving about $18,000.
And it was fast.
Within 2 minutes, I had a response as to how much I can take out.
Get approval in minutes and funding in as few as 5 days. See how much you could save at Figure.com.
Crafted by hand. Shaped by time. Made for you. Sheepskin coats from Overland.
With Ibotta, you can earn cash back on everything you need to write your most magical chapter yet. From the toys that fill their hearts to the gifts that inspire them to dream big, Ibotta helps you celebrate more and spend less. Ibotta. Download the free app today.
When your dog's superhero moment goes sideways. Pumpkin Now, the urgent pay service from Pumpkin Pet Insurance, can pay you for eligible care before you pay the vet. Ask your vet about Pumpkin or visit pumpkin.care to get a free quote.
Your house might not be a mansion, but it still deserves a $19 pro home cleaning. Your cleaner will scrub everything from your toilet to your stovetop. Your whole place will be vacuumed and dusted. Honestly, you might think the price is too good to be true, but once you try it, you'll never go back to cleaning the house yourself. Pick a date, choose your cleaner, and book your first cleaning today for only $19.
I cannot believe that I am on my 6th collection with Fabletics. I really want everyone that buys this collection to feel sexy, seen, and strong. Get 80% off when you sign up and become a new Fabletics VIP member.
Being a new mom is no joke. And they are so expensive.
Yes, you are my mom into the kitty.
Choose America's favorite pet insurance and get up to 90% cash back for covered claims like surgeries, dental issues, and much more.
Country music means everything to me.
I've been doing this for 25 plus years.
This opportunity could change my life.
I'm 100% ready.
We've been scouring the country to find the best artists for this competition. And here you are.
The Road is all new Sundays on CBS.
Wake me up!
Good going, stranger.
Ladies love Cool J. Sad. We're so
That's
fucking
exactly-
racist.
Well, it's just, yeah, absolutely. Yep. No, interesting. Well, I tell you what, I mean, he better give some money to O'Connell, I think. I mean, his ass got rehabbed by the Vikings, which that is good. That is good news to me. That is good news to me. That he, in football, they've been awful, and like they're not making as many mistakes is what I noticed. And Williams has improved. He's improved enough. They've got some good players, I mean, anyway, yeah. It's just
no, you're fine.
The Vikings play the Ravens this coming weekend, And I'm not optimistic about that game. It's at home, but they played very well.
It seems like, and this will go quick because this is what Caleb went through. It seems like JJ struggling after the first 15 plays. Like they even said, like he threw those 2 touchdowns real quick, and then the rest of the game he had like a 38 quarterback rating.
Yeah, going off script and how would he play? Here's the people look at his numbers too and say, "Well, look at he only threw for 143 yards." I get it. They had a short field 3 times. They had a 61-yard kickoff return.
Yeah.
They had a blocked field goal. They returned 40 yards, and they had a turnover that they recovered and got the. His drives were all super short, and they got points on. They got 17 points on those 3 drives. So to me, I get it. It's his 3rd fucking start ever. Playing at the highest level.
Also, and Caleb even said this. Only fans and media cares about stats. Caleb said, he goes, he goes, as long as we win, I don't care if I throw for 87 yards.
Exactly.
Like it doesn't hurt JJ's confidence that he went 14 for 34 or whatever.
Yeah. It was,
and even one of the Middlecoff, the guy I hate with Colin Coward, he was like, even with Caleb, like if he can just calm down a little bit and do the wow stuff all the time, like you can have 20 incompletions. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like it's the fact that your completion percentage is low and you're not delivering on the big moments that we were promised. If you score 4 touchdowns, you can have 30 incompletions. I don't give a shit.
Yeah. Well, dude, and I think that what you're talking about too, and I think what I noticed in this game, and I've noticed it with the first game against the Bears, what they say high leverage moments. You know? Like when it truly matters. Like they ended the game with him throwing a ball to Jalen Naylor for his only reception. He's their 3rd receiver. It wasn't to Addison and it wasn't to Jefferson. And he threw the ball up there and it was a dime and it was 3rd and 5. They were able to go in the victory formation after that. Do you know how many times with the Vikings? It's just like they can't get the first down. When if they get a first down, they'll end the game, and they fucking can't execute. So I'm hoping that he has some of that in him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Even like it'd be like you don't necessarily lose the game, but it's like, well, now you got to punt and they get the ball with 30 seconds left and you have to go through that panic of like,
I know.
Well, now we have to stop them 3 times. Like that's extra worry of just like, we could have just got the first down on the last drive and fucking knelt the ball.
I can't stand it when you can't end a game offensively. Like that's the sign of a good team versus a shitty team. A shitty team lets the other team back in. So I feel like, okay, that was a good moment to me when they won the game. He threw an interception. It was behind Naylor a little bit. It wasn't a terrible pass. When he's panicked, though, what he does wrong, I can see it. He overthrows guys. He overthrows. Well, he tries to put too much on the ball.
Yeah, I hear because people were worried about his arm, and I think the consensus is like, no, he actually doesn't. He's got to learn how to throw a little touch.
Yeah, no, he's got a fucking howitzer.
He throws hard all the time.
Yeah, he's got a very good arm. He can throw some layered throws at the same. Anyway, I thought he played fine. Listen, I did not expect him to win that game, dude. I did not expect. I was thinking the Lions could drop a 50 burger on him. Yeah, because the Vikings were awful.
A lot
in
of
that
people
Charger
are saying
game.
They were like
awful.
They were like Vikings fans should enjoy Flores. Well, you got him because that game is a feather in his cap of he should be a head coach again.
Well, what's good about that? You have to understand the first 7 games, dude. Their defense was not that good. You've been able to run on them, and the Eagles. They made the choice. We're going to stop Barkley. We're going to let Hurts beat us. He had a perfect quarterback rating. He threw 4 touchdown passes. 68-yard touchdown passes, bombs, huge plays. So it's like their defense played well against them. They had the Lions on the ropes, and the Lions were coming out of a bye. But I'm starting to think with that bye sometimes.
Ooh, Sal.
I think sometimes that bye, teams are rusty when you think they'd be rested. You know what I mean?
That's another mark of mediocre, bad, or good teams.
Yes.
Good teams utilize the bye well.
Exactly.
And even I think O'Connell is just in a situation where he's like, what am I going to do? Like, outside of getting healthy or like.
Yeah.
There really weren't, but like, whereas Ben Johnson was like, no, he like that bye week was like, we need an extra fucking week of practice.
Yeah. Yeah, and we got to get those reps going, and just get the system down, it makes total sense. It makes total sense that you would do that, So I don't know. I think it was, O'Connell needed to win that game because I was like, are they going to still pay attention to him? What is this?
Did you watch that game?
Ooh, was it a gruesome?
He fucking popped his elbow backwards and out. He went to fall down. Well, he lucked out, I think, and they said the MRI came back negative. I don't think it's his non-throwing arm. And I don't think he tore any ligaments. I think it's a clean elbow dislocation.
Oh, man.
And so what happened? But here's where in the offseason, and this is why I'm so glad the Bears didn't draft Jaden Daniels.
Yeah.
He's too thin.
Yeah.
He got swung around and he tried to brace himself with his arm and his elbow popped out.
Yep.
Ah, shit, your camera froze. I'm just going to get it.
No, that makes total sense. It makes total sense. I mean, I think Jaden Daniels is what he is. I don't know if I think the ceiling's already there. You know, even if it's only been a year and a half. I mean, I think he's a good quarterback. You know,
I think he came into the league a fully developed quarterback.
Yeah, absolutely. He was mature. He was also like 25 or something.
He's got 22 more starts than Caleb.
Exactly.
Chicago working 1st and 10 from inside the Bengals 15.
This Bengals defense.
Oh, they're so bad.
So bad.
They're so bad.
I mean,
at least the Bears, like people use that excuse, but I think Caleb and the offense did enough good stuff where they were like, people realize like, yeah, they put up 47 because they were, but like, that's a good game anyway.
Absolutely.
Like you'd hold tough with pretty much anybody as long as your defense doesn't give up 42 points.
Never apologize for a road victory ever. You know, I mean, I
think this is where he throws to Zacchaeus. Oh no.
See, they have their run going a little bit too, right?
Well, that was big in this too. The big thing was, and this is what worried me a little bit, is they were getting into the Fields thing of like, can't score touchdowns. They'll move the ball down quick, but it's always a field goal. And this game, Ben Johnson was like, no, we're scoring in the red zone.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah, exactly. In order to score down there,
he throws it off the uprights here.
In the red zone, throwing it.
He misses this field goal, by the way. Fucking Cairo Santos missed 2 field goals in this game. Get Jake Moody back in that game.
Ooh, that's problematic, my friend. We're getting, something.
Problematic.
It's going into the bad. It's turning into bear weather. That's what it's turning into, Keith.
Yeah, Caleb wore actually, and I'm glad he did after Jaden Daniels. Usually he doesn't wear. You see how they have the white pant above the sock?
Yeah.
He's usually bare leg.
Oh, okay.
From the knee down, he's got a little bit of sock, and I'm wondering if the coaches went to him and they were like, "God forbid." But if something happens to you, we do not want your leg bones sticking out of your leg on national television. So can you please wear some sort of compression sock where, like, if you, God forbid, you break your leg,
we don't have to see it happen.
See it on television.
Ooh. Oh, an offensive lineman for the Lions broke his ankle against the Vikings. It was one of those classic things where a guy had his leg back and he got whipped into the guy's sturdy leg, and you just saw it go just like that, and he was carted off. He's done. I have to say, I mean, I'll go back to it, but the Vikings actually out-toughed them. And I was like, that dude, the Vikings are kind of soft.
Ovi got 900. Ovechkin got 900.
Whoa, jeez.
First NHL player in history to get 900 goals. Let's at least go to that.
He beat Gretzky.
Well, that happened
already.
A
Gretzky record.
Gretzky was like 8 something. He did that last season. Like the last game of last season, and then he's playing just to like pad it.
I feel like he's
got
been playing.
Hair. He's been playing since 2003.
I was like forever. Those Russians can play hockey.
Oh,
boy.
Certainly.
They are. I mean,
He did it again.
Wow.
No, he didn't. Got a lot of the Ruskies on there.
Like again, that gold medal game.
Kucherov. When you were younger, Russians dominated hockey, right?
There was not even a close second. Maybe the Canadians can play, but if you ever see that famous Canadian Soviet, in 1972, they had a best of 7 across Canada. They went to different cities in Canada and played, and it was like the Canadians won that. Bobby Clark was basically told by the coach, take that guy out, like their best player, take him out. He just went on the ice, got a stick out there, and just broke his ankle. Just broke his ankle on his first shift. It's like, I mean, dude, that is, that's cheap. Like the Russians did not play dirty. They were just exceptionally good skaters. If you watch that 1980 Olympic game, it's a classic, like, nonsense hockey goals that occurred at really weird moments. The USA had no fucking reason being in that game. If you look at the stats, the Soviets had 39 shots on goal, and I think the Americans had 14. and they still beat them 4-3.
Hell yeah.
But, it was also like they scored a goal at the very end of like the second period because the goaltender had sort of like relaxed a bit and was almost like going to skate off. And then this guy shot a puck with 2 seconds left and like tied the game 2-2 at the end of the second period or the end of the first period, maybe. And it was like, he had no reason to
But also before they shortened the ice. So these players were fucking running Olympic length fucking ices the whole time.
And you could just tell the Russians, they were just men. They were just these huge men going against like college kids who were like 20 years old and stuff. They had there were times like guys were hitting the pipe a lot, like on a couple shots.
Oh, yeah, dude.
The Russians should have won that like 5-3, 6-3 maybe.
So this is Reality Island here. We got a little Real Housewives of Potomac. It's a little DEI, this one.
Really?
Of Potomac, Maryland?
Yeah.
Whoa, they actually have this?
Oh, dude, they got money.
Yeah, I know.
Get out of here, boy.
When you play in a football league with pads like that, you're making money.
Yeah.
That like are form fitting. We had a football team, but like they were big Lucas pads, like one size fits all. Like they weren't form fitted to you at all.
Absolutely. Those are that was the shoulder pads I played in.
They got athlete's foot inside of them.
And they're all big and stuff,
I do feel as though when you have more than 3 people.
So one of the storylines in this, I was watching it. I don't know if it's this one. One of these broads got divorced.
Yeah.
And there's no record of it in the Maryland registry. So it's a big deal. Like, bitch, are you really divorced?
Oh.
Like, so they like hate her now because you're a liar. You're fake. You're not even divorced.
Really?
How old are these women, you think?
She said Karen was great.
So the work is, they have work. It's not a natural age. So I'm going to say 40s, 50s.
Yeah,
or it's 30 and they just have, some people get too much work. Like the Trump thing where it's like, the Laura Loomer look, where it's like you look like you're 46 but you're 27.
That's hilarious. Yeah. It goes absolutely.
So some of these girls could be 33.
Yeah, I'd say but they're probably, you're right. Or on that table, they were in like their 40s there. They were closer to my age. God, I'm sorry. It's like I just gotta say this to people. It's like, and I know what it's like because I can get pissed off sometimes. But
and then you really might know what it's like.
You just can't take shit quite so personal. That's my lesson for the day. Just don't take it so personal.
We'll do a little
which I
TV
laugh at because my girlfriend
that?
would be like, "You take everything personal."
You do.
So
that's fun, but I like it. It's funny.
I used to be so much worse. So much worse. I'm glad I'm not that. I got cool. I got cooler, I don't know if I got cool, but I got cooler. I don't know if I ever quite made it to cool. I tried to make it to cool. And there's in certain ways I'm cool, but other ways I'm not. I'm loaded.
So this week in 1975, we had the debut of not the pilot. It was like back in the day, they would do pilot movies.
Ooh.
And this is the debut of Wonder Woman because they had tried Wonder Woman in 1967 and it did not work because they didn't do the comic book stuff. I think they had her in a different outfit. They kind of just like took the name and concept.
Yeah.
And this time they actually like did Wonder Woman.
I tell you what, they knew it. Okay, in the 70s, TNA became the thing, obviously, big time. And it's like, I'm going to argue they did it pretty well. Would you think they did TNA pretty well in the 70s on TV?
Yeah. Here, this is Steve Rogers grizzled. They don't have him young and hot in this. This is back when everybody was 40 on TV.
Exactly. I remember that guy. Absolutely. Yeah, everyone was 40 and
got
like
that iron cross firmly implanted on that plane.
Because they could act a little bit. They also were smoking a lot of heat rockets.
Oh yeah,
they were smoking. None of these people are alive.
Clearly using dog fighting footage with him just sitting in a studio.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll take this from an old John Ford movie. John Ford did a.
Oh, he's got that Nazi thing inside of. Oh, because he's dog fighting a Nazi.
Yeah. I tell you what, when they would throw that swastika symbol in a movie, that was like jarring, impact. Man. Like it was like, whoa. Raiders of the Lost Ark, that had made a big impression on me. Well, I remember when I went through that weird World War II in color phase. I kept watching that. I remember you watch that one, and you see the maps that have of like Europe, and they have like the swastika flag like over Belgium, and it's like it's jarring. It's like it's truly like a symbol of true evil. Isn't that amazing? That it's burnt into people's minds. This dude was, I think he was a soap opera actor.
Well, one's the Nazi, him.
Yeah. Gee, I wonder if the ugly guy is the Nazi. I don't know.
No, he's the Nazi.
Oh, I thought the ugly guy was the
other
Nazi.
guy's Steve Rogers.
Oh, I thought
the guy. No, that's no.
The guy with no glasses on is Steve Rogers?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was I was siding with the Nazi.
Yeah.
No wonder. It's all
That's why I'm saying he's all grizzled. They don't even have him hot. Linda Carter would never fucking fall in love with that man.
Look at this.
That's crazy.
I love it.
You know what I think? What's that superhero show that? Believe it or not,
the last American hero.
It's like this. That's
absolutely. They like the caliber of special effect. To me, this reminds me of like a Sid and Marty Krofft kids show. Do you remember Sid and Marty Krofft? It was probably before your time.
Oh yeah, that's like
Sigmund and the Sea Monsters.
Yeah.
You know, it's like that caliber. Electro Woman and Dino Girl. Dr. Shrinker.
The Nazi killed him. It looked like, and now that he's floating into Themyscira, he's been healed.
Okay, I like what they're doing. Like, okay, I gotta
So you didn't
read
see
something.
this when you were a kid?
I watched the TV series some. I did. Not a lot, but I watched enough because one and I watched it because I wanted to see her. Yeah.
Did you think Hulk was dorky? God damn it.
I'll be honest with you. This is the truth. I kind of like Hulk. I watched Hulk because Bill Bixby's portrayal, the sensitive Dr. Banner, I kind of related to that, you know? It was a Dr.
Look at that bounce.
Was it
Little
Dr.
Bo Derek
Banner?
10 action happening.
Oh my Lord.
Which was 4 years away.
Yeah, absolutely. 10 was like basically pornography. Like it was, that's like,
I
that
just
like
know
the
it
Blue
from
Lagoon.
the picture on the beach. I don't even know the fucking plot to the movie.
Dudley Moore was in it.
Yeah.
You know? Look at
Arthur.
Linda Carter. Yeah, absolutely. He was, for a moment, like he was sort of like Michael J. Fox before Michael J. Fox. You know,
I
he
love
was
that
huge.
they're in negligees. Like it's not like the Amazonian bikini.
It's amazing. That choice.
That's a Dork Wanderer's goal right there.
That's hilarious, dude. Yeah, I know. No, they would be wearing appropriate clothing. They wouldn't be wearing like 90s or whatever, you know, or like negligee. It's literally like they're taking an image from like the Playboy Mansion, like in '69, you know. I think I got to admit it. Okay, and this is a difference probably age-wise between you and I. But Playboy, although its ultimate was ridiculous, and he was a complete pig. He's basically a pimp, you know.
Oh yeah, I mean he let black people be taken advantage of. That's where he helped. He was like, I'll take advantage of black women too.
Well, he was.
I'm no racist.
They were deemed like it was a cutting edge like in the '60s.
Replace that C with a P and you got it.
Well, it talked about just at least talking about sexuality. Like in the '50s, I don't think he even really talked about it. You know, it was just completely repressed.
So
do
you know that?
This is great.
I love that they're in negligees, by
it's
the way.
Amazing. It's
so
amazing.
Are you aware, though, that the guy who created Wonder Woman, William Moulton Marsden, was in a triple? He had like several women.
Oh, like wives and stuff, man? But he wasn't Mormon, though,
no,
right?
He was married to a girl, and they had like a live-in lady who, like, it was known to the wife that they also fooled around. And Wonder Woman's wristbands, she wore wristbands. So and that's why a lot of the early Wonder Woman comics have like bondage and like she's getting spanked because like he was in a fucking non-monogamous relationship.
Well, wasn't he? I mean, but
I love that they have the negligees for the Amazonians.
I love the whole golden necklace, the imagery of like a woman with a golden lasso. Like, you're going to be forced to tell the truth, man. Like, basically implying I'm lying to you a good half the time.
Although rules are rules. Since we gave Dork Wanderers a goal, now we had to activate the Drama Queens versus Dork Wanderers. So I got to go to Drama Queens to even this out.
That's great. That was great.
This is what the show is. This is a nice, fun thing.
Dude, that was great. I love that. That was hilarious.
Also, I'm tired of just doing straight news, of just like us watching news broadcasts.
Sure. Yeah.
What do we got here? Drama.
Oh, go back to the Real Housewives.
Well, that's reality.
Okay, yeah,
we'll get back to that.
It's all good. It's all good.
Reality. There we go. Capital D drama. Hallmark mystery. We have this, The Day of the Jackal, the old Day of the Jackal.
Oh, yeah.
This will match up with history, and it's on TV, so it's available for goals. Robert Meacham is probably in this. He was in everything.
or no, you mean Robert Mitchum?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, no, he wasn't. I think he was probably too old at this point.
This is back in the era where a man wore a loafer.
Yeah, and you wore a suit and tie to the office,
dude,
man.
Did tennis shoes exist? I'm even being serious. Like outside
honestly,
of sports?
Yeah, but it was like Chuck Taylors, like tennis shoe, something like this is like from the future.
And it was probably the chew of the child. Like the second you turn 18, you're wearing fucking either fucking disco shoes or some hard soles, boy.
Oh, I mean, really, tennis shoes didn't start. I feel good about this. My age group, I feel like the 70s is when it started to get good with tennis shoes.
Yeah.
By the late 70s, Nike. I got a pair of Nikes when I was 11, and that was like, I could tell this is a good tennis shoe. Like I could tell that,
Hairlines improved too. I mean, look at these boys' hairs.
Wait, and that guy.
What do you mean? I'm 28 years old.
Say, seriously, in all honesty,
for sure,
he's probably like 41. And he looks like he's 61. Yeah, this is that guy. He was in a lot of stuff back then. Was this a Robert Ludlum book or no?
No, it's something. But they always
another
had
spy guy.
Well, they remade this show into a show that's amazing. They had to modernize it because in this the plot is he wants to kill Charles de Gaulle. So they had to
he wants to kill the French prime minister. That's hilarious. Yeah. Oh, in this one he wants to kill.
And then there's the Bruce Willis one, Jackal. Which is they tried to.
Yeah. Well, I remember this being kind of like a respected movie.
It was never truly adapted well until the recent show. Like even this one, like they take the plot of him chasing down an assassin trying to kill Charles de Gaulle, but then they change stuff. Whereas I think the recent show on Peacock was like a modernized take on the book.
Yeah.
Mr. Duggan? Yes?
Isn't it crazy that like
what's the purpose of your visit to France? Tourism.
So just walk around with a kerchief, boy.
There you go. You're fine.
Let's give that kerchief a goal.
Yeah,
huh?
that ascot he's got on there.
Little Fred from fucking Scooby-Doo action happening,
absolutely.
gang.
This is very late 60s. This is like 69. It's maybe even very early 70s.
In about a week. Papers, please.
Papers. I found your papers right now.
Got any luggage? In the boot. Bring it inside.
Oh, yeah, they call the glove box the boot.
Boot, yeah. I like this. Some British men.
Whipping a rocket inside? That's what I love. Let's give a goal for the rocket.
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
Fun.
Absolutely.
Little rip of the rocket gets a goal.
Indoor smoking, it was encouraged. It wasn't, it was like,
healthy.
Yeah, you had to do it.
Cocaine and cigarettes
it's
is
better
like
than going outside in the cold, man,
Yeah, that's bad for you.
Yeah,
you'll freeze to death.
Exactly. I tell you what, that's a good thing. I feel lucky because I was still of a generation that people smoked cigarettes, man. Like when I was in college, people fucking smoke. Really until about the late 90s, people smoked cigarettes, I would argue.
Oh, yeah.
Like I was watching, remember the old Candyman, that movie Candyman with...
with fucking the black guy?
Yeah, and Virginia Madsen.
Tony Todd. Or is it the older one?
It's the one from like 92.
Okay, yeah. Tony Todd.
Yeah, I think so. He was the bad guy with the hook. Yeah, I remember him being in episodes of Star Trek.
When that movie didn't scare me.
Oh yeah, well, it was more kind of psychological, but it was everyone in that. There's a scene where they're in a restaurant. Everyone's smoking a cigarette. And it's like a table of like 6 to 8 people. And they're all smoking in the restaurant and having an argument, pointing the cigarette. And it was like, wow, that was 92. Which I feel like it was kind of going out of vogue. But no, it still had not hit yet. It was still deemed kind of a cool thing to do in a movie. I would say, right, like, they're all smoking butts there. All of them. Phil Jackson. Phil Jackson's coming in with the plan right now.
Oh, treaties were brokered. Yeah, Phil coming in with the Zen concept. We're going to pass the ball to Jordan the whole time.
Will reach us in a few hours.
We'll trade Stacey King for Luke Longley.
Because they want someone who can pass, The center had to pass in that offense. If you could pass well enough, Oh, this guy. He was the bad guy in Moonraker. He was the bad guy in Moonraker. He was the villain in Moonraker. But yeah, but he was and he was also in did you see that Munich? That the movie
with Eric Bana.
Yeah, exactly. He was in that too.
Dude, this ascot's gonna come in and wreck shit.
Like he's like I think it was kind of a famous French actor.
This was back when everybody had to be dashing. Like in the modern show, he's like a real sniper who's like always in the shadows and dresses inconspicuously, but like gotta rock the ascot. Like, well, this would be seen on a rooftop from a mile away. Who's this fucking queer bait on the fucking roof with a sniper rifle?
But it's also, they were competing with James Bond. That had to be. They knew it was kind of a comparable market.
It's got to be a different version of Dapper.
Yeah,
because he's got the tuxedo on lock. So let's get fucking ascot fun guy.
You know what he is? He's hipster. He's a little more hipster.
Yeah,
you know, modern man.
Repeat. The jackal is blown.
God, Jekyll. It is. So again, is he gonna? He's gonna go kill. Not De Gaulle.
No, he's got to find the guy. He's got to find the jackal. The jackal is...
Okay. It's the guy who's going to go kill.
In the modern one, that's a black lady. Meacham is a black lady. DEI. They DEI'd it. Can you believe that, Crocious?
It's white jobs. White employment is under attack. You want to know why it's under attack? Because the economy is garbage. They actually think they're doing a service. It's a very agrarian way of thinking about economics. Like, only the strong are going to survive, Keith. And the wheat needs to be separated from the chaff. And if they go and die, that's their weakness. Like, they literally think that way. That's a problem.
Ooh, Sal.
It's a little bit of Silence of the Lambs?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Are you a great big fat lady? Ooh, Sistas, the show's hilarious.
No, I'm still doing pretty well.
Blue Bloods and Sis.
So yeah, that had to get some points, man. Now was that like Drama Queens?
Drama Queens is up 3-1 over Dork Wanderers now.
So yeah, okay. that Wonder Woman show was hilarious, man. The special effects, God, it was great.
Is this some documentary shit?
It was great.
And I'm pretty sure that she was already around, if you know what I mean.
If you know what I mean. I think we might actually be running through. We're approaching 2 hours. It's been a good show.
Yeah,
Let's
absolutely.
Go back to the live. We'll flick around a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's give reality one more shot. We'll end it on reality TV. Here.
Sure. I respect that.
Real Housewives of Potomac, knick knack, give a dog a bone. That's how I say it in my head.
Giselle.
And out loud, you know.
But I just don't know why you're so nasty.
Ooh.
Why do you feel?
Why do you think the black side of you needs to be the more active side?
Coming up next.
I just want you just to be in tune with your feelings. You have to live.
God, I used to live in the D.C. area, man.
It's like this area?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, D.C., because, there's a pretty extensive black middle class there, and there's a little bit of money. There's some money.
And I'm saying because everything is just upped, this is probably still middle class, but middle class now is like, it's still very flashy. You have to put off this richness. I heard the DC area is very like almost like a comedy scene of like who you know, and everyone tries to put off this front of a very successful facade, and you got to be in tune to everything.
Yeah, no, it's
gossipy.
It's L.A. without the beautiful people.
Yeah,
is what it is. It's a climber city. It's who you know. I had fun going there when I was 20 years old, and I worked for a nonprofit, that group Common Cause, trying to take political action money out of the political process. It failed. We had a big group too. It was identified back then in '89. This is not anything new. It has gotten literally, Keith, I'm not lying, the money thing that's going on right now is like 25 times worse than what it was back then. Like the corruption is really to the core.
Yeah.
Like public good is like not thought of. And like that, honestly, one of the things I do like about Mamdani, like him winning in New York is it's gonna force a certain discussion that needs to happen. We're trying to figure out a new social contract, you know? It's crazy. I don't know. It's a dark time in the country, I would argue. But I still think at the end of the day we can win out. But it's the damage is pretty severe. I think pretty severe damage. You know, I don't know. It's gonna be crazy. So yeah, I don't know what, but yeah, DC is very much about climbers. So when I was 20 years old, it was like being a kid in a candy store in this big city, running around and going to bars and parties, being let in and stuff. It was great when I was 20 years old, but I wouldn't want to live there now.
No,
I wouldn't want to live there. Absolutely not. You know,
too much crime.
No, the crime was the late 80s, dude. When I worked there in '89, DC was rough around the edges. You know, you definitely noticed it. You know what a big drug was in DC?
Fucking that cocaine, dude, or was it Molly?
You know what it was? PCP.
Oh yeah,
angel dust was a big
it's a
drug,
hallucinogen.
You know, which is like that's a pretty dirty high.
Hell
you know?
yeah. Well, it's fun too. Little angel dust.
Have you ever smoked it, man? Or have you ever,
no.
Yeah. How about that for an ending
I've
note?
smoked mescaline.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But that's almost like just smoking acid.
Yeah, I'd say it's not. Yeah,
all
but
right.
yeah.
Well,
all right, man.
That was a good show.
Absolutely a good show.
I'll be back tomorrow, guys. So we're going to post this tonight. I'll be back live tomorrow to finish out the first half of round 4. We love you. Don't drink and drive.
Yeah. Thanks for listening, people.
It's 3 o'clock in the morning. Baby, I just can't get right. Well, I hate to leave you, baby. Don't mean maybe, because I love you so. Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. I hate to leave you, I really must say, oh, good night, sweetheart, good night. Your mother, oh, and your father like it if I stay here too long. One kiss in the dark, and I'll be going. You know I hate to go. Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. I hate to leave you, I really must say, oh, good night, sweetheart, good night.
Now, how can we announce we are off the air when we are off the air?